Safari club that Hollywood celebrities made famous. Attend a black-tie dinner in the wild. Search for elephants. And discover a vacation getaway in the Indian Ocean. I'm Chuck Henry. Join Jan Carl and me as we travel nearly halfway around the world to Kenya, East Africa, a land of incredible beauty astride the equator. This is a special edition of Eye on LA. We've traveled over 10,000 miles to get here to Kenya, East Africa.
It's the farthest I've ever been away from home. Hi, everybody. I'm Jan Carl.
And I'm Chuck Henry. In Africa, they get around 3 ways. On foot.
And that sounds a little dangerous out here.
By air.
I bet we're going to do plenty of that.
And in one of these, a Land Cruiser.
Can't wait. Here we go.
Neither can I. Come on.
All right.
Kenyans are some of the friendliest people in the world and like to put on a show, like this welcome for our hosts on this safari, Jory and Jeffrey Kent. Jeffrey was born in East Africa and, along with his American wife, operate a company specializing in luxury safaris.
Chuck, when I think of luxury, I think of a lot of things. But a camel safari? Now, what's so luxurious about that?
You're right, Jan. I wouldn't describe it as luxurious. It's more unusual and adventurous. But the first thing that you need to know about a camel is how to get them up.
These camels are so enthralled with their owners that you'll see them sometime when the camel's out and the owners will start walking out to where they've been grazing. The camels will just fly in and just drop right down by them.
And tell me, are camels smart?
Well, they're very intelligent, but they're very bad-tempered.
What I liked best about our camel safari was the spectacular procession that we formed. With 38 camels and their handlers, camping gear and food, you kind of feel as if you're part of a lavish Hollywood movie. How many people get a chance to go on something like this?
So few, I can't tell you. I mean, when you think about it, there's 2 seasons where they can come out because of the rains and all the other conditions, where you can come into this kind of country. You can go farther north into the desert, but when you're in a country that's green and gets rain part of the time. So you think, and maybe there'll be 4 or 6 of us on a safari, that's it. I mean, it's a very special thing to do.
A 1-week camel safari in Kenya is about $500 per person, and that includes all meals. The camel safari is a lot of fun, there's no question about it, and it's a great adventure. It's an adventure just getting down, but if it's real luxury that you're looking for, well, Jan Carl's found just the place, and it's right over those hills. Ooh, what breath!
The Mount Kenya Safari Club is Africa's premier resort. Located in the center of Kenya, the club boasts 100 acres of manicured grounds. The accommodations are as elegant as the surroundings, and that's exactly why the club was founded in 1959 by a small group of Americans and Europeans, a luxury retreat at the foot of snow-capped Mount Kenya. Open to visitors, the club attracts superstars and European royalty.
You know, William Holden made it famous. He used to live here, as you know.
Yes.
And actually in the cottage, 3 cottages up from here.
That way?
That way.
Okay.
Yeah. And he loved it. I mean, he could never understand why the Safari Club didn't have more people than it had in it. For years it ran at quite a low occupancy.
Really?
It was never sort of promoted, and everyone thought it was a private club. Everyone thought you couldn't come here.
A 2-room cottage suite like this costs $350 a night, and that includes 3 meals. And there's always something going on outside your window, whether it's looking at 17,000... or enjoying the music of a local tribe. An unforgettable resort is Kichwa Tembo in the Masai Mara. The hotel offers barbecue breakfast, buffet luncheons, and gourmet dinners in one of the most beautiful settings in Kenya. The unique tent accommodations include full bathrooms, complete with flush toilet and hot shower, something you'll really appreciate. The price, including meals and game viewing, is $180 per night. They can also set up a black tie dinner in the wild. Four-wheel drive vehicles take you to a safe setting in the game reserve for cocktails and dinner. It's as if these dressed-up humans were out to impress the animals, but hippos in a nearby river gave the affair just a grunt and submerged. Now, to the lion, the black-tie dinner only got a yawn. You see, she'd already eaten. I'll tell you, sometimes humans do some strange things. One of Kenya's most famous resorts is the Ark. Located in the Aberdare National Park in central Kenya, the Ark is known as the ship of the forest, and it's a favorite spot for photographers because the hotel is situated near a waterhole where the animals gather. Meals in a room start at $180 a night.
Well, it's meant to look like an ark. It's meant to be like Noah's Ark. It is birthed over a waterhole. And as you can see, if you look down, there's a turret there. And if you want to be really brave after your cocktails, you can wander down into that stone turret and actually see the animals within about 3 foot from an elephant or from a rhino.
The Mount Kenya Safari Club has become a tradition in Kenya, and if you come to Africa, it's a place you just have to see, at least for just a day. I just wish Chuck could have been here with me, but I have a feeling he's having a pretty good time himself. He's over there on that mountain about 10,000 feet high.
Right now we're standing on the equator, and we're about halfway up Mount Kenya. Now, Mount Kenya is a volcano, although it doesn't look much like one because of its snow-capped peaks. You know, not many people ever get a chance to come up here. But today, we're going to go climbing.
It's no wonder this majestic mountain was once considered God's domain. The haunting vistas evoke a sense of peace and tranquility I'll always savor.
That's fantastic, isn't it? You were asking Chuck on the height. It's 17,058 feet.
It's hard to believe that we're standing on the equator and we're looking at snow.
Up here on Mount Kenya, you can find a lot of unusual things. Without even seeing them, I stepped on proof that elephants had been here.
So you know what kind of an animal just by this giant dropping.
Just by that giant one. Right, and then you can also tell just what he's eating. You can just pull this all apart. I'll leave that up to you to pull it apart, Chuck.
How do you like that?
See all the different grasses he's been eating.
Yeah, everything.
Grasses.
All that. Look, that's nothing but
Oh, man. I can't believe you people do this.
before breakfast, as I said earlier.
Well, let's go find something smaller, like a bird.
Like a bird dropping.
I don't want to eat for a long time.
Coming up, our safari takes us to a village where Jan learns about marriage, Masai style.
They actually buy the bride, and they've got to get about 10 cattle together.
We'll find a mud bath for elephants and find the largest crocodiles I've ever seen. That's next.
Happy birthday, Miss Liberty. Hey, Dad.
Not now, Aaron. This is important.
The 1987 Nissan Sentra. It drives like an expensive car, but it goes for so little. The Sentra sells itself. You test drive it. You won't go home without one.
Come on, Dad, please.
What's so important, Aaron?
Me. I'm the Statue of Liberty. And I guard America. Because as long as there's America, you know you have a chance.
You're right, baby. That's really important.
This is the circus they'll be talking about. This is the circus they'll be reading about. And this is the circus they're lining up to see. The greatest show on earth. For the first time, renowned acrobats from the People's Republic of China perform side by side with the world's finest talent. If you've never been to the circus, now's the time. If you think you've seen us, look again. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. We bring you the world.
Now playing through Sunday at Long Beach Arena, coming to Anaheim Convention Center and LA Sports Arena. Hurry, get your tickets now.
As chairman of Wicks Companies, I don't have anything to do with designing the furniture you find in our Wicks furniture stores, but I have a lot to do with making sure our furniture lives up to my high-quality standards and is backed by the toughest guarantees in the industry, including a 5-year written warranty against manufacturer's defects. Now you can shop for nice-looking furniture in lots of places, but if you want the best price and lasting quality, Wicks is the place.
What do you want to do about dinner?
Not cook it.
Aren't you hungry?
I'm hungry enough to cook.
Let's go out.
We can't afford to go out to dinner every night.
But we can't afford Coco's succulent lobster tails, a thick, juicy steak, and a crisp green salad. All for just $7.95. Great idea, huh?
I may never cook again. Just teasing. Coco's, it's always a pleasure.
This is the Aberdare National Park, 100 miles north of Nairobi, a place of awesome beauty and unpredictable weather. Ideal conditions for testing your driving skills and for spotting elephants.
How unusual is it to see elephants like that?
Well, that's one of the lucky things, Chuck, with the rain, because we're having the advantage of seeing so many of them scratching, rolling in the mud.
Why do they rub their rears in the mud?
Because they have one itch. A good scratch.
So this is pretty rare to see something like this, huh?
Absolutely. And you don't see them that way. You'll see them rubbing their rears on a dry bank, but to see them rolling and rubbing in the mud like this, you only do see if they can get into a water hole. Elephants, you know, are a matriarchal society. They're ruled by the old females. There's always one old auntie. She may have a child in the herd, she may not have a youngster, but she takes the whole herd and protects them.
It's about 300 miles by road to the Masai Mara. We're Jan's with Kenya's best-known people.
In Kenya, there are some 36 different tribes. Many have nothing in common, not even a language. The Maasai are one of the most photographed people in Kenya, noted for their unique ceremonies and cattle-centered society.
Jan, this is a Maasai Manyatta we're going into now. And this is the traditional, Manyatta is really a village. And this is where they all live. We have the men over there who are known as the Marani, the warriors, and we have the women. Now this is a typical Maasai house, part of their village. And here, the actual roof is made of cow dung and mud. And it's all put together, and it's remarkably waterproof. Here they have obviously sticks and smaller branches, which they twine in and out, and then plaster again with mud and cow dung.
Cattle are everywhere in the Maasai life, even when it comes to marriage.
Here, they actually buy the bride, and they've got to get about 10 cattle together, 10 goats, all depending on the seniority of the bride's father.
So in other words, instead of the father of the bride giving the dowry, the groom has to give the dowry.
The groom has to give the dowry.
I kind of like that.
That's why they like young girls here in Africa. The more young girls, the more money the father makes.
The Maasai live in one of the most scenically magnificent places on earth. Fortunately, hunting has been outlawed in Kenya, and today it's the thrill of sighting wildlife, not killing it, that attracts over 300,000 tourists to Kenya each year.
With a guide and all-terrain vehicle, there's no end to the wildlife that you can see close up on the Mara.
they're very, very strong. And their greatest defense, aside from their speed, their greatest defense is the fact that they can kick so hard. But the kick of those hind legs is so incredible that it'll break a jaw of a lion.
How do you tell a male from a female?
Same old way.
Got to get closer than we are, right?
Closer than we are.
I thought it had something to do with their spots.
Right, Chuck. At the Samburu Lodge in central Kenya, the nightly dinner show for guests is the appearance of giant crocodiles. Able to maneuver themselves on land and water, they kill more people than any other carnivore.
Even on dry land, they can run very fast too. I would not even like to meet one on dry land.
Yeah.
They gallop.
Have you ever met one?
Yes, and they gallop. But I gallop the other way too.
Coming up, it's a trip to one of Kenya's hidden attractions as our safari takes us to an island paradise where time stands still, Lamu.
On Michelin tires, because so much is riding on your tires. Yes, now save up to 35% on Michelin tires at Discount Tire Stores' grand opening super sale of Michelin. Discount Tire Stores. We cut prices, not quality.
You know where you're going, and you always arrive with style. It's easy with Estee Lauder's free gift collection. Yours with any Estee Lauder purchase of $10 or more, filled with makeup, fragrance, and treatment. This Estee Lauder gift is yours through July 26th at the Broadway.
Your summer is about to get a lot better right now. July is jumping with deals on trucks at Toyota. Jumping with hot deals on trucks that are the #1 sellers. Jumping with our biggest inventory ever. And this July, factory-to-dealer incentives on all trucks can make these deals incredible. So come on in and jump for July.
I've been cooking on this job, it's hot, it's July. Now I want a big Coke about 10 stories high. I'm the boss at the MPM mini markets. I want to serve myself on a pile on the ice. I'm the boss, I want it big, but I like a small price.
The mighty super tanker, 44 ounces of Coke, just 59 cents, only at AMPM. Drink it if you can.
I'm the boss at the MPM mini markets.
Now, at the Queen Mary Spruce Goose Long Beach, Time Voyager, the ultimate time travel experience.
We're off now to a small island in the Indian Ocean. We're still on safari because this too is a part of Kenya.
Just another mode of transportation. This is a dhow, which is an old Arab coastal trading vessel, and we're on our way to the island of Lamu.
Right, it's right down there. It's been here about 1,000 years. It's an island off the eastern coast of Kenya.
And hasn't changed much at all.
I think so. Look, here he comes.
That's a super party animal. His name is Spuzz McKenzie. Spuzz McKenzie. A real hot night and a cold Bud Light puts him in a party frenzy.
He's Spuzz McKenzie, Bud Light's original party animal.
That's Spuzz. He is the party.
So go, Spuzz, go!
What happened to Bob's car?
His drinking is getting worse.
Well, when something bad enough happens, he'll realize he needs help.
I wouldn't wait. I'd call Schick.
Do you think I should?
Schick helped Tim realize he needed treatment, saved his career, and our marriage.
How long does it take?
Just 10 days and a couple 2-day follow-ups.
I'll do it. I'll call Schick.
Schick has the #1 success rate and is now at St. Mary Medical Center in Long Beach.
When you come to this continent, you can't help but be impressed by the sights here. But there's something else that's caught my attention, and that's the sounds of Africa. No words are necessary.
All you have to do is listen. And a good place to begin is right here in the marketplace of Nairobi.
Oh, these are grown in Kenya here. They're very beautiful bananas.
There's an old saying that once you drink of African waters, you return to drink again.
I hope that's true, because I've never been to a place where I felt more relaxed or such an incredible sense of freedom.
I think a lot of that has to do, Jan, with the people that we've met, like Jory and Jeffrey Kent, who took us around. But unfortunately, our time is up and we got to go.
But before we go, I have a little surprise for you.
What's that?
Well, wait. First, we're going to take a look at what's coming up on our next show.
Tomorrow, we're back in L.A. with an all-new show. First, it's the ultimate makeover. After you've done the hair and the wardrobe, make over your face with face sculpturing. Then find out what happens when a group of feisty ex-centerfolds rock the music world. They're Playboy's Girls of Rock and Roll. That's tomorrow. Jan, what's the surprise?
You know, while we were here, I shot about 27 rolls of film. So when we get home, I'm going to make you sit through the longest slideshow of your life.